And now for a type of graph known as a lemniscate. R squared is equal to a times the cosine of k theta. We'll be dealing with the case where k is equal to 2. What makes this different from a rose curve is that instead of an r, we have an r squared in this position. I'm going to start very similar to a rose curve. I'm going to start by drawing a bounding circle. So a circle showing the outer limits. Now remember that in this case sine can be anywhere between 1 and -1. So the largest that this side can be is 5. Now if r squared is 5, that means that the extent of this circle is going to be r equals the square root of 5. Just as with the rose curve, I'm going to cut each quadrant into this many pieces, into 2 pieces. The pattern for sine is 0, 1, 0, -1, 0, 1, 0, -1. And just as before, if sine is 0, then r squared and r are both going to be 0. If sine is 1, then r squared is going to be 5, so r is going to be actually either positive or negative square root of 5. We must allow r to be both positive or negative. In practice, it's not going to affect the graph that much, though, so I'm only going to draw the positive leaf and mention what happens with the negative leaf. As I pass from theta equals 0 to theta equals pi over 2, I am going to draw what looks like another leaf. So far, exactly like a rose curve. Incidentally, as you're doing this, you're also drawing a ghost image of the leaf. But we'll draw that again when we get to quadrant 3. In quadrant 2, I have r squared is equal to 5 times a negative number. Since r squared can't be negative, in this entire region, looking out along quadrant 2, we have a void. There are no points in this region. After I pass through pi, sine is going to change. Sine of 2 theta is going to change again, this time to a positive value. And so by the time I get to, that would be 5 pi over 4, I would have the sine of 5 pi over 2. Sine of 5 pi over 2 is the same as the pi over 2, which is 1. So in this direction, I'm moving out to r squared equals 5 again. So I'm going to draw this shape. Once again, I actually get positive root 5 and negative root 5 at the same time. So technically, as I'm drawing this, I'm also retracing this. In quadrant 4, once again we have a void. So the lemniscate with k equals 2 is going to give us the shape of a figure H.